So in temp space we have the Grau. This is rocking the monolithic suppressors to keep us under the radar. The Tempest 26.4 Archangel barrel, which is the barrel that gives us the most range and damage potential out of this gun. The Commando foregrip to help us with the recoil stabilization and aiming stability. We rock 60 mags instead of the 50. We're using the 60 mainly because with the gun being nerfed in past present season, this gun is not as powerful and beaming as it used to be once be. This gun used to be the meta gun, but the handling is just very easy to use. So we want that extra mag size so it helps us take down our opponents. And finally, I use fully loaded as my perk. All of you will be asking why is that? So this class I don't use this at all. This is my get out of jail, my bailout, last resort, last standing gun. So if for instance the example is I've been downed, gone into Gulag and bouncing back into the game. We're in the last couple of circles. And I'm going to go for my loadout. I know whatever loadout I pick up, I'm not going to have much ammo in my stock size. So if I go with this, I will be having full ammo capacity. So I'll be able to bounce back into the game, start fighting straight off the bat without trying to find ammo scattered around or taking down someone and getting ammo. This is a great class. Good bailout class. Fantastic to use. Hope you guys liked it. Thank you very much. So in ninth space, we have the M4A1, the gun that we're all used to, we also love. However, it's a jack of all trades. It's the utility gun. It's the gun that we can always ping back to and ensure we have a great game. For this, we tend to rock the monolithic suppressor once again. This is what we use for all of our modern warfare guns to keep us off the radar when we are shooting. The Corvus Custom Marksman gives us the best damage range and bullet velocity. Some people like using the Grenadier. My personal preference is the Corvus Custom. Either or are both as good as one another. You can notice that there's a slight mobility issue, but it gives you better accuracy, range, and control if you go with the Grenadier. However, I like to move around a little bit faster with the gun. That's why I tend to go with the Corvus Custom. I don't use an optic. The iron sights are fantastic on this gun. Love them. Commando foregrip to help us with that recoil stabilization and aiming stability. 60 mags. You can go 50, but I like to have as much ammo as possible when I'm playing Warzone. And the stipple grip tape for my aim down sight speed and my sprint to fire speed to make this gun a good run gunner. Great overall gun. Not the best, that's why it's in ninth space, but it is still such a good gun to use. So in 8th place, we have the Ram 7 Assault Rifle. For this, we are rocking the monolithic suppressor to keep us under the radar when we're firing. The FSS Ranger barrel, which gives us the most damage range and control out of all the other barrels, as you can see. The Commando foregrip for its aiming stability and recoil stabilization. 50 mags, which is the biggest size mag we can have with this gun. And finally, the VLK 3x optic scope. With this, I tend to run the T-pose reticle, which is nice and clean. Makes it very easy when you're trying to aim down sights on those opponents. This gun is fantastic. You can see the accuracy and the range is fantastic. The recoil is very easy to control. However, the biggest problem with this gun is its mobility. It is incredibly slow moving around the pitch. It is very, very slow. So this, you don't want to be rocking it with a sniper or a KAR. This is definitely something you want something to have rock around with, like a close quarter combat gun like the MP5 or the Mac 10. Apart from that, this gun is good. Check it out, try it out. That's why it's in 8th spot. It is a good gun. Thank you. So in 7th place, we have the Stoner 63, the light machine gun. This gun where you rock the agency suppressor for keeping us under the radar, very much like the monolithic suppressor in Modern Warfare. The 17.8-inch Cavalry Lancer. The Vision Tech 2x scope. The Field Agent grip and 120 round mag speed mag. This gun absolutely shreds people. Issue: slow aim down sights. Mobility slow. However, you don't want to go into a quick gunfight with someone, but if a whole team's running across the field, you are going to absolutely shred through the whole team. This is a team killer. Close quarters, no good. But open play is fantastic. It's a good gun to try out. It's a bit different. It's in 7th place for a reason. It's not one of the OP guns, but it's a good gun. And it's a fun gun to play with. I quite like it if you're rocking in a team of quads and one of you wants to rock this gun. It's a good arsenal to have for taking out the rest of the team. Thank you very much. So, folks, in 6th place we have the FFAR-1 assault rifle. For this, we are rocking the agency suppressor for the sound suppression, so it keeps us off the radar. Also helps with the range as well. The 21.2-inch Ranger barrel. This is probably the best barrel in terms of giving us the damage and range output and not hindering us in terms of our recoil. So if we go into this a little bit more, we can see here this range massively affected. Same again with this one. Same again with this one, but not as bad. The takedown, same. Task force give us better range and damage. Accuracy is vastly affected, and the control. This gun is already quite a hard gun to control. So the vertical and recoil control and horizontal with the effect of task force barrels makes this gun not so great. That's why we stick with the 21.2-inch Ranger. It helps incredibly. This gun's good for close to medium range. However, this is definitely not a long range gun to be using at all. The bruiser grip, which you might think, why aren't we going with the field entry? But as we know, the Cold War guns are broken in terms of the attachments and how they work in Warzone. They work fine in Cold War multiplayer, but not in Warzone. And it's been proven that the bruiser grip helps as well massively with your vertical and horizontal recoil control. So check that one out. Next, we go the Sauber 50 round mag. This is the biggest mag size that we can have with this gun. And then finally, we go the SAS Combat Stock. This helps us with our shoot movement speed and aim walking movement speed. This gun means it's super quick. The range is good, the control's good. The only thing we have a problem is the recoil. It moves and wavers. So it's fantastic for your close to medium range and will shred pretty much anyone and will go up against a MAC 10 or an MP5, which is why this gun is in our 6th space. Now, folks, we are diving into our top 5 guns that are OP in Warzone at this present time. So in 5th place, we have the KAR 98K. This is the out-and-out best sniper gun that we possibly can be using in Warzone. One headshot takedown, shoulder shot. It's going to be 2 shots from shoulders, but this gun absolutely shreds. For this, we rock the monolithic suppressor for that increased range and accuracy, and also for the sound suppression that keeps us off the radar when we're shooting. The Single custom 27.6-inch barrel, which is the same again. This just gives us good range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, better than the other two here quite clearly. We then go with the TAC laser for quicker aim down sight speeds, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness. Then we go with the variable zoom scope. However, some people might just like using the 7x scope, which is the sniper scope. Either or, it's both are good options. There's no right or wrong way. It just depends on your playstyle. Me, I like to have the option of just zooming in, also being able to quickly see where other people are on the map and then pulling it back out to the 7x scope and then taking them down. Stock-wise, I go with the ST Volve Precision Comb. This gives me better aiming stability. Some people, however, have been talking about using presence of mind. You know, presence of mind is when you do L3, you take a breath, and that keeps the aiming steadiness. However, I like to quick scope with a gun, so I don't particularly use this or need to use this because I'll be aiming, shooting. The longer time you're aiming, the more time that someone's going to see your glint and be able to aim onto you and take you down. This gun absolutely shreds. Everyone will be seeing in Warzone at the moment. This is pretty much what most people will be rocking as their secondary gun at present, along with a SMG or an assault rifle. Thanks, and next we will dive into the 4th place gun. So in fourth place, we have the AUG. It was very hard to decide between the M16 and the AUG of which gun was going to take the fourth place. It's not worth having both of them in my top 10 because they are very similar. There's not much between the two of them. In terms of like attachments, you rock the same attachments for both guns. The M16 has a slightly better range and a little bit more accuracy. However, the reason why I picked the AUG is because it has a faster fire rate. It means I can fire off with my trigger a lot quicker and get more bullets off in a space of time. For that reason, it's the reason why I'm rocking this gun. And this gun at the moment is my favourite gun to use. I love pairing it with a Mag 10. And for me, that's the best loadout that is possible or available at the moment. Or you go with the CR56 AMAX with the Mag 10. And these two loadouts are clearly the OP meta. However, that's enough about that. Let's dive into attachments. So we're going with the agency silencer. They increased damage range, accuracy, and the sound suppression to keep us off the radar when we're firing. The 18.2 inch strike team barrel. This gives us the faster fire rate and the bullet velocity. That's what we want. We don't want our bullets dropping the further it goes out. We want to be able to aim down sights and know that those bullets are going to be hitting where we're aiming at. We then go with the field agent foregrip for that horizontal and vertical recoil control that brings it down, keeps our little fire burst not popping up too much. 45 round speed mag. We don't want the basic mag here. We want a little bit more. 30 round mags is not enough. So 45 we'll go with. And the axle arms 3 times scope. Because the more you aim down with this, it's fantastic. It really does ping off people. And if you get, with one burst, you can get a down. If you get the headshot in. If not, it's a 2-shot down. It shreds. Try it. It really is a great gun. The mobility is good on it as well. All in all, it's a fantastic gun. That's why currently it's sitting in fourth place. So in third place, we have the MP5 from Modern Warfare. Some of you might be asking why we got the MP5 from Cold War in this. The reason for that is just its control is a lot harder to deal with. It might have probably the fastest TTK, but we want to be able to aim down sights for close to medium range, be able to take down those players a lot more effectively. That's why the MP5 from Modern Warfare is down and out the best one to choose from between the Cold War and this one. It has that inbuilt monolithic integral suppressor, which is fantastic for the sound suppression, keeping us off the radar. Merc foregrip for the hip fire accuracy. The 45 round mag, which is good for shredding 1 or 2 players. Stipple grip tape for that quick aim down sight. And the 5 mW laser for the hip fire accuracy. This gun is great for close quarter combat. It's really good. The only gun that I think that goes against it and beats it at present is the Mag 10. But the MP5 from Modern Warfare that we all love is a fantastic gun. I still rock it and use it. It's great. Try out this loadout, and I'm sure you will enjoy it once again. Thank you. So in second place, we have the Mag 10, the best SMG, the OP SMG currently. This gun absolutely shreds. It's a beast. The movability is fantastic. The accuracy is awesome. It's on point. Close to medium range, this gun absolutely shreds. With this setup, it is a beast. So we go with the agency suppressor, that sound suppression, the damage range, and the accuracy. The 5.9 inch task force barrel. This gives us the biggest range and damage that we can get out of this gun. The field agent foregrip to counteract the vertical and horizontal control cons that will come with the task force barrel. We now go with the standard 53 round mag. This is the biggest mag that we can have. I don't go with the 53 round fast mag because I believe this affects the aim down sights a lot more than the round drum. So try out both, but I believe the round drum is the one to go for. Then finally we go the SAS combat stock. Shoot movement speed and aim walking movement speed is increased drastically. It is so good. Try this loadout out. This is the OP gun at the moment that everyone will be rocking. If you're getting taken down by an SMG, trust me, this is the gun that's going to be taking you down. So join the boat and make sure that you're not being left out behind. So in first place, we have the CR56 AMAX, and this gun absolutely shreds. This is the OP assault rifle to choose from if you're going to go down that route. We're going to be rocking the monolithic suppressor for that damage and range increase, as well as the sound suppression. So when we fire, we are not going to pop up on the radar. We are then going with the XRK Zodiac S440 barrel. This one gives us the biggest amount of range and accuracy that we can out of the barrels. Then we rock the Commando foregrip for that recoil stabilization and aim stability. The 45 round mag, that's the only maximum size mag that we can have this, so we're going to have that. Because we are going to be losing bullets, because the recoil is hard to control, as we all know. And then we go to VLK 3x scope. And for the scope wise, we will be rocking the T-pose. It's very clean. I don't like these yellow, red, blue little things popping up everywhere. I just like the clean cross. It just is much nicer for me personally. If it isn't for you, then pick that one. The only other thing I would say is if you are struggling trying to control the recoil under the barrels, check out trying out the, let's get to it, the operator foregrip. I find that if you do struggle, try this out. It will bring that recoil a little bit more under control and will help you, and doesn't hinder you too much, just with a slight con of aim down sight speed. So struggle, try this. If you don't, go with the Commando foregrip. However, this gun is a beast. It's a game changer. It's really good. You just have to be able to control it. That's the only thing. Thank you. So there has to be an honourable mention for the shotgun people out there. If you're one of those that loves to use a shotgun, and we all hate dying to a shotgun player because there's no skill in just fire tapping the shotgun button, especially with the Origin. You've got 12 round mags, you pop around the corner, you can blast a whole squad to smithereens. If that's you, then this is probably what you're going to be rocking. The monolithic suppressor for that damage range and the accuracy, as well as the sound suppression. The forward tack impaler for your damage range and that tight pellet spread over the other two. Your 5mm laser, which basically is the attachment that gives us that hip fire accuracy, because you ain't going to be aiming down sights. 12 round mags, so your movement speed is quick, and the no stock, which also increases your movement speed. So you're super quick at moving around. You can move around those corners and just fire off your 12 rounds of shotgun bullets and shred through players. It had to be mentioned. Sadly, I don't like using it in my loadouts. I love using the SMGs or the tactical rifles, the assault rifles, or even like the Marksman Rifle, occasionally with a sniper as well. But if you are a shotgun person, this is probably what you're going to be using. If you want to use a shotgun to get your own back, then you rock this loadout and see what you think. Thank you.